Hello and welcome. What if one quiet decision you make this month ends up deciding whether your future feels calm and powerful or stressful and fragile? Not a decision about changing jobs, not a risky investment, not a lucky break, just one habit, small enough to ignore, simple enough to delay, powerful enough to shape the rest of your life. Meet Ethan. Ethan is not extraordinary. He doesn't earn a massive salary. He doesn't come from a wealthy family. He doesn't understand complicated finance jargon. He works hard, pays his bills, and tries to enjoy life like everyone else. For years, Ethan believed the same story most people believe: I'll start building wealth once I earn more. But that day never came. Every month followed the same cycle. Income arrived, expenses followed. Whatever was left slowly disappeared. Ethan wasn't reckless. He just never built anything that lasted. On the outside, his life looked fine. On the inside, there was constant pressure. One unexpected expense away from stress. Then Ethan learned something that changed how he saw money forever. It wasn't about earning more. It was about starting earlier, and it started with just 100 per month. That number sounds almost laughable at first. A 100 doesn't feel like wealth. It feels like groceries. It feels like coffee, food delivery, subscriptions, or impulse spending. Which is exactly why this strategy works, and why most people never take it seriously. Here's a reality that shocks people when they hear it. A majority of adults cannot handle a $100,000 emergency without borrowing, panicking, or falling behind. This isn't about laziness. This includes people with good jobs, degrees, and stable-looking lives. They're earning money, but they're not building anything underneath it. They live on the surface of money, not the foundation. Ethan realized he was trapped in the same system, a system that rewards spending, celebrates lifestyle, and ignores long-term security. He had been trained to think that wealth requires big moves, big income, big risk, big knowledge. That belief kept him stuck, because real wealth is built in a way that looks boring, slow, and unimpressive at first. It's built through consistency, time, and compound growth. Let's talk about that 100. If Ethan invested 100 every single month, something powerful happened immediately. Not financially, psychologically. He crossed a line most people never cross. He became someone who paid his future first. That one habit put him ahead of the majority of people around him. Not because 100 is impressive, but because discipline is rare. Think about what 100 really is. It's a few meals out, a couple of impulse buys, subscriptions you don't fully use, small spending decisions that feel harmless because they're familiar. The real question isn't, do I have 100s? The real question is, am I willing to redirect it? At first, Ethan doubted it would matter. He felt behind. He felt late. He felt like starting small was pointless, until he understood the math behind time. Over 10 years, investing 100 per month doesn't just equal 12,000. With average market growth, it becomes around 18,000. Most people stop here and lose interest. They see the gain and think, nice, but not life-changing. That's because wealth doesn't reveal itself early. It reveals itself late. When Ethan extended the timeline to a full working life, everything changed. Over 40 years, his total contributions would be 48,000. But thanks to compound growth, the account doesn't stop there. It grows to more than 350,000. Let that settle in. More than 80% of that money didn't come from Ethan's job. It came from time, from patience, from money working without effort. This is the difference between people who stay trapped and people who escape. In the early years, investing feels unrewarding. A return on a small balance doesn't excite anyone. But compound growth is not linear, it's exponential. The growth you don't see early becomes impossible to ignore later. At 50,000, your investments can grow by thousands per year. At 100,000, they grow faster than most raises. At 300,000, your money begins to rival income. This is when people finally understand leverage. But here's the part no one warns you about. The hardest part isn't the math, it's the discipline. Every month, life offers you a reason not to invest. Something to buy, somewhere to go, something that feels urgent. Ethan knew willpower wouldn't be enough, so he automated everything. The 100 left his account before he could touch it. Just like rent, just like electricity, except this bill was paying his future. This single decision changed his relationship with money. Saving stopped feeling like sacrifice. It started feeling like progress. Watching the account grow became motivating. That motivation led to better decisions. Raises didn't inflate his lifestyle. They increased his investments. Bonuses stopped disappearing. They multiplied. Ethan stopped asking, "Can I afford this?" He started asking, "What will this cost me in future wealth?" That mindset is the real difference between rich and broke. Not intelligence, not luck, awareness. Every dollar has potential, and once you see that, spending becomes intentional instead of automatic. This is why starting early matters more than starting big. Waiting for the perfect moment is the most expensive mistake people make. Time is the one asset you can never replace. The 100 strategy works because it's achievable, and it's scalable. Most people who start don't stay at 100 forever. The habit creates momentum. Momentum creates confidence. Confidence creates opportunity. Savings give you options. Options give you freedom. With money set aside, Ethan could take risks others couldn't, change jobs, learn new skills, invest in himself. Opportunities didn't suddenly appear. He could finally act on them. That's the hidden power of money. It creates more money not just through returns, but through access. The goal was never the number. The goal was control. Wealth isn't built through dramatic moves. It's built through thousands of small decisions repeated consistently. This strategy won't make you rich tomorrow, but it will make you wealthy over time. And that kind of wealth is quiet, stable, and powerful. The best time to start was years ago. The second best time is now. One small decision today can quietly change everything that comes next.